And foremost, I want to start out by giving all praise to Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushua, B'Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles for the edification and knowledge. And to Wadi B'Hashem Yahushua for putting the spirit of the elders and apostles so we can become edified regarding this truth and knowledge. Call Yah B'Hashem Yahushua, B'Hashem Rakakadash. Give all praise to Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushua, B'Hashem Rakakadash. Let's go to Matthew 24. Matthew 24, and I'll start at 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So these are things that's predicted regarding hearing rumors of wars. War has been going on forever, for decades, for centuries. And so you're going to hear rumors of wars. These are part of the process of fulfillment of prophecy, man. 8, number 7. Nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in different places. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing the famines. You're seeing pestilence, plagues, earthquakes, tons of earthquakes. One place, 2,000 earthquakes. Area near Alaska. Shalakia, Africa area, and different parts of the world, earthquakes on a daily basis, man. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. We far past the beginnings. We're in the more latter stages to the ends, man. Getting closer to the end. So these are all the beginnings of the things that Yahushua was saying that's going to happen in the latter times, man. And that's what he's saying. There's an article here relating to talking about war with Russia and China will destroy the world. America must find ways to make peace with its eastern rivals, top U.S. generals warn. There's an article here, this is RT.com. Just a little bit of article here. You go with Revelations 11:14, Revelations 9 and 12, which I'll get. And war with these nations will end the world, man. Because all these nations are, they have nuclear capability, man. So it'll be the end game. And that's why these generals know. They know what will happen. Let me get Revelations 9 and 12 and 11 and 14. Revelations 9, let me say. Revelations 11 and let's get 9 and 12 first. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes after. One woe is past, which is World War I, and ultimately, and 2 and 3 will be next. 9 and 11 and 14. The second woe is past, which is World War II, and behold, the third woe will come quickly. And that's World War III, man. And that's the one to come, man. And that's what's going to happen, man. World War III. These nations are going to turn against against Babylon, and the allied nations as well, man. They're going to turn against, relating to in Revelations, man. And also Revelation 17 and Daniel, Revelation 17, and the ultimate destruction of Babylon, Revelations 18, Daniel 7 as well talks about that a little bit. So these nations are ultimately going to turn against America. You know what I mean? They're going to turn against America. America's modern day mystery Babylon. Modern day Egypt, that's Babylon, that's America. Let me read Revelations a little bit. I'll start at number 4. I'm going to read 4 and down a little bit. And I heard another voice from the heavens saying, "Come out of her, my people, that they be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive none of her plagues." That's Babylon. Because ultimately, for this is not a place of your rest. Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye, for this is not a place of rest. Because it's going to destroy you even with a sword of destruction. And that's talking about here. 5. For her sins have reached into the heavens, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities. Her iniquities is her wickedness. Basically her past, her past track record of things she has done historically, man. Specifically to the Lord's apple of the Lord's eye, man, his people, man. Reward her as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works, in the cup which she hath filled to her double. So give her the double of the punishment, man. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen. The queen's one in power, man. Queen's one in power. And she's the one in power, man. And I am no widow, and I shall see no sorrow. Put that with 49 Psalms and 11. For inwardly in their heart they believe their houses will continue from generation to generation, man. So she believes she will stay in power, man. Let's go to number 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. And that burned with fire is with the nuclear missiles, man. She is that lady that sits on many waters, man. EU, NATO. Ultimately, these nations are going to turn on her. The allied nations and these other nations, such as China, are going to turn on her. And they're going to send these missiles, man. This might sound like a movie, some sci-fi or some, some gimmick, but it's not, man. The scriptures speak of it, man. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication live deliciously with her, because they are in bed with her. They were complicit with her, doing their deals inwardly, indirectly, directly. So they're gonna partake judgment with her as well, man. And ultimately they're gonna mourn over her, because this is the cash cow. America's the cash cow, where the melting pot where you can come here and make money, man. So they're gonna miss making money off of her. And the kings of the earth, which in power, who have committed fornication with her and lived deliciously with her, and shall bewail her and lament for her when she shall see the smoke of her burning, because they're gonna see her pretty much that great mighty city fall, man. They're gonna mourn for her, man. And the merchants of the earth shall weep. Merchants of the earth, ones who did business, because this is the melting pot as far as doing business, man. America. New York's pretty much the mecca of business anyway. And the merchants of the earth shall weep, mourn over her, and for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. So they're not going to be able to do business or do any form of transactions no more with America. That's why they're going to mourn. The merchants are going to mourn. That was a few. I'm going to go back to, so these generals are warning pretty much war with China and Russia will be the end game, man. It'll be pretty much total annihilation of the world, man. We'll go back to Luke 21. (21) 9 and 10. But when ye shall hear wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not by and by. So these things are normal. These are part of prophecy. You're going to hear of these things. Number 10. And then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in different places, and famines, and pestilence, fearful sightings, a lot of fearful sightings, a lot of pestilence, a lot of earthquakes, a lot of strange calamities happening all over on a day-to-day basis in various countries all over the world, man. So this is part of prophecy. Fearful sights and great signs shall there be from the heaven. So the Lord is allowing certain things to manifest. You know what I mean? The Lord is beginning to visit what he has made. He's been visiting. Measure thy time diligently. Measure thy time by measure thou the time by seeing what's going on in society regarding using the scriptures and measure and use it as the measurement tool, and also seeing the things that's using that for what's going on in society, man. Use that as the tool for what's going on in society. So, equating that according to prophecy. When you're seeing like natural disasters and different things happening all over the world, then you know that then that's talking relating to prophecy, relating to the scriptures, man. And these things were spoken thousands and thousands of years ago, prophesied that a certain generation will experience these things, man. And this is the generations that's going to experience these regarding the end times. So the Lord is beginning to visit what he has made. He's always been visited, but he's visiting more consistently, more frequently now. So you seeing this being amped up, it's being intensified. It's being ramped up. And you're seeing more on a day-to-day basis. Mark 13. This is Mark 13 and 7. And when ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars, be not troubled, for such things must need be. But the end is not yet. But the end shall not be yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in different places, and there shall be famines and troubles. And that's what we're seeing, a lot of troubles, man. A lot of troubles. All over the world, man. These are the beginnings of sorrows. And it's the latter parts of sorrows, man. But these are the things that, like I said, it was predicted that's going to happen, man. So these things must happen to help fulfill prophecy, man. There's an article here talking about, for example, Massachusetts governor just deployed 250 National Guards to help with the drive school buses. There's a driving shortage up in Massachusetts. So they've been designated in different, I believe, 4 counties up in Lynn, Luau County, and some other counties, about 2 others, 250 to help with the driving shortage. Talking about a little bit here. So when you have to have that National Guard drive school buses, you know it's pretty bad, man. So we in very times of trouble, man. Things are falling apart. Proverbs 29:2. For when the righteous are in authority, people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, people mourn. So right now, the wicked's empowered, man. So we have to bear, we have to tolerate, we have to endure, we have to pretty much suffer because unrighteous is in power, man. And things are out of order, out of sync, off course, man, out of course. Let's go to I'll read 2 Ezra 9 from the top. He answered me then and said, measure thou time diligently in itself, and when thou seest the parts of the signs past, which I told thee before, measure it by paying attention to what's going on in society, man. Regarding the signs of regarding prophecy. Then shalt thou understand that is the very same time where the highest will begin to visit the world which he has made. The Lord is beginning to visit the world which he has made. The reason why he's visiting the world he's made, because the Lord is angry at the wicked every day. Psalm 7 and 11, I believe. Let me get it real quick. This is Psalm 7 and 11. God judges the righteous, and God is angry. God, Yahweh, is angry with the wicked every day. He's angry with the wicked every day. So he's pretty much beginning to judge this world, man, because he's tired of seeing what he's seeing, man. 9:15 of let me see. Shalakia, you want to find something? Nine and 16, Shalakia. The Lord is known by judgment, man. So he's known by his judgment, man. That's why you're seeing different things happen all over the world, man. Different types of fearful sightings, different calamities, pestilence, and different things. The Lord is known by judgment, which he executed, and the wicked is snared in the works of their own hands. So their works are ultimately going to be a snare to their works are going to be a snare and a snare to them. Their own devices and their works are going to be ultimately their own snare. Shalakia. Let's go back to we'll go to 2 Ezra 15. 2nd Ezra 15, 14 through 19. Because that's the times we're in. We're in 2nd Ezra 15, we're in 2nd Ezra 16. Woe unto the world and them that dwell in. That's a warning for destruction upon the people who dwell on the earth, man. Revelations 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye in the heavens. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil's going to come down in great wrath, because knowing he has but a short time. So that's a warning for destruction among the inhabitants of the earth, because the devil's going to come in great wrath, man, because he knows he has a short time. So he's going to come like that flood, a flood of raging water. Isaiah 59 and 19, man. What's the times we're in? For the sword and their destruction. Number 14 again. Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Sword is a modern day gun, any form of weaponry that can be used for self-defense or defend oneself, or used to, to bodily injure or maim someone, man, or even terminate somebody. So you're going to have social class wars, race wars, man. Different category groups of people versus one another using the sword, man. 15. 16. And for there shall be sedition among men. Sedition is insurrection, violent uprising. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. They're going to put the power back in their hands, and they're not going to regard the kings and princes. And they're going to stand up for different issues, man. Pretty much they tired of the system, man. Whether regarding social, economical, civil, different various reasons, man. So you're going to see sedition, insurrection of people, man. And they're not going to regard the kings and princes, man. Number 17. A man shall desire to go into a city, but shall not be able to, because it's going to be locked down. Quarantine, lockdown, curfews. You need permission to go to and fro, man. You have medical martial law. You're going to have extenuation of that, what's to come, man. But this time you're going to really notice it, man, because it's going to be more obvious. It's going to be more evident, man. Because it's going to be troops where you're going to actually see them. They're going to be visible, man. And it's going to be more of they're going to cover a more primitive area. They're going to cover more areas, man. That one, the first one is the pre-tester, man. The next one is going to be the actual real one, man. Number 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The cities are going to be in trouble because of state and conditions society is going to be in. Anarchy, chaos. It's going to look like something out of a sci-fi movie you see on TV, man, on the sci-fi channel. Zombie movies, that's how it's going to be. For because of their pride, the city shall be in trouble. Even when their pride is still going to be at a high level, because even when these evils grow, they're still going to be prideful, man. The reason is 2nd Ezra 8 and 50. Let me get that real fast. That's the reason, because they had great pride. For many great misery shall be done to them in the latter times. This is the latter time that shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. That's why. But even that, you're going to have continuations of evils, and people are not going to take heed to that, and they're still going to continue to do exceedingly more wickedness, man. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Men, women, children are going to be afraid. Houses shall be destroyed. Home invasion. Invasion of stores. Invasion of stores, public areas, private entities, public entities. Number 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. So he ain't gonna have no pity upon his neighbor. When there's a lack of supplies in the food, you're seeing a lot of scarcity in supplies, lack of. You know, you have outside of like the ports of Los Angeles where things are outside where they can't come in because there's not enough people to bring this stuff in. So you have a shortage of different things, man. Different things all over. So you seeing a scarcity in the stores, man. Truck driver shortages potentially. Trucks walking out. Truck drivers ultimately potentially could walk out. So so it's a trickle down effect. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. Home invasion. When there's a lack of food, lack of supplies, they're going to invade. If they think your neighbor, a neighbor that you're not friendly with, or you were cool with, or you're not cool with, or don't even know, they think you have something, they're going to try to home invade. So you're going to have a lot of people they're going to defend themselves with the sword, which is the gun. So a lot are going to get shot, and some are going to shoot and come in there and ravish and take what they want, man. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of a lack of bread, because they're in a certain desperate state of mind. So you're going to see people act out of order with no respect because of what? Because of the times that ultimately they're going to be in, man. The times that we precursively coming into, man. Because it's quiet right now, looks like quiet and empty right now, doesn't mean it's always going to be like this, man. That can change any time. When they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come. You know what I mean? So it can come unaware at any given time, man. That's first of all Thessalonians 5:3. Let's get one more verse, 15 and 15 and 58. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood. For very hunger of bread, lack of food, lack of water, guess what? That's cannibalism. That's going to happen. Nothing new under the sun. That thing happened in each captivity. They got that bad. That's going to happen again. That's an example of cannibalism. 2 Esdras 15 and 58. Because when there's a lack of food, you're going to see people do a lot of weird things. And that's going to be scary times, man. It's going to be scary times. They're already wild when there's nothing going on. So imagine when the things get intensified, ramped up, rampified, is that word? Imagine when the things get intensified. The true nature of these people are going to come out, man. The only reason why it's not fully because it's somewhat still optically looks like it's trying to do something normal, whatever that means. But the point is, that can change at any given time. Then you'll see the behavior and the demeanor of these people change as well. This is just a few scriptures relating to the times that we're in. Hope it helps whoever listens. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakadash. This is brother Zayab, which means wolf. Hope it helps whoever listens. Shalom. Thanks.